action.
Action.
All right. Welcome out.
Welcome out.
No, you got to tell them. You got to say welcome.
Come.
Where are they at?
Right farms.
Yep, the Wright Farms. We're working with Kinfolk Farms of Georgia today. I mean, we're going to be doing this together. We're going to be raising meat birds. First off, who was your name?
Mason.
That's right.
Mason Reed Wright.
Yes, and I am Travis. So today we're getting ready to set up for the meat birds. We're going to do Cornish Cross in the first half. We're trying to do them when it's still cold, but not too cold, because they'll put on a little bit better weight. We're getting all males, and we actually got...
Dad, I found a bull right there.
Yes. We're going Living Traditions. They did their Cornish Cross versus Freedom Rangers. I personally like the Freedom Rangers better, but we're going to do Cornish Cross. My father-in-law wants to do Cornish Cross right now, so we're going to do that. But today we're going to set up for the baby chicks coming. So we got to make sure all our heat sources are working. The extension cords are here. And I'm going to get the feed down here, get the bedding down, everything. And I'm going to show you all that. And just trying to get it set up so once the birds come, all we got to do is open them up, put them in here, and we're good to go. Alright, so we're putting the wood shavings down. We really like wood shavings. They're easy to clean. Don't sprinkle them outside, bud. They're easy to clean. They break down good for compost. Chickens don't mind them. Gives them something to walk on, something to keep the smell down. And it's just all around good. We recommend it. And I mean, they're relevantly cheap too. So it's good for compost. It's good for everything. So let us fill this up and I'll show you. I'm going to tell you a tip after we get done doing this. Of once you got the bed and all that done, before you get the baby chicks. So I just got it all finished set up. I got the wood shavings in there. They're spread out. I got the heat lamps on. They're tested. I got this, that thing. It's a heating pad for baby chicks. I bought it the first time we did meat birds. We've loved it. It works really good. It's supposed to be like a mother hen. The chicks can go up under it, and it keeps them warm, and then when they get too hot, they can go out, and it just works really good. So I liked it. Wasn't necessarily as cheap as like a heat lamp, but it also is supposed to be less preventative of catching things on fire. If you want me to let me know if you need to know about that or if you're interested in it. I don't remember it off the top of my head or anything. I could see if I can find it again. It was a year ago I bought it. But I highly recommend something like that. At least get heat lamps, because these birds are used to, or should, have their mom keeping them warm. And I just wanted to say why we're trying the Cornish Cross one more time. And it is because of Living Traditions. They did a video comparing Cornish Cross and Freedom Rangers. We did try them one time. We did the Freedom Rangers by themselves, had good success. Then we did the Freedom Rangers and Cornish Cross during the summer. Not so good. So we're trying to do this before it gets too hot, but also while it's not too cold. Yes, it's in Georgia. We don't get too cold, but last year we did get a cold snap, and it made it a little more not fun to do all this. But they did a cool series on it, comparing them. So I'm going to try it because what they showed me with theirs. And I contacted them trying to find out, maybe it's just the hatchery I went with. I'm not knocking the one I tried. It might have been the summer thing, but they use whelp hatchery, so we're going to try them. And if the first batch of Cornish Cross, and I've heard they're all, they're more problematic a bird, but they put on weight better. The Freedom Rangers, when we did them, had no poopy butt problem, but we're also going to try something Coghill recommended, and he gave credit to Joel Salton. So we're going to try that. And I haven't read Joel's book on that. I've read 2 of his books, but not the one where he talks about raising meat birds. So we're going to try this magic water he talks about, and I'll leave a link to that and maybe a card up there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check it out. And I'll leave a link to Living Traditions meat bird comparisons, because that was a really cool series. Like I said, I highly recommend it. But I have one more thing I was going to tell you, is we do ours in this dog kennel thing that was here, And so I put these boards up because when they're baby chicks, and we only keep them in here for a few weeks just to get them a little fluffed out, they like to try running out the door. So while I'm trying to close this massive door, they're trying to get out, and I do not want to hurt any of my birds. So I put those boards there to try stopping that. Just if you're doing something in a big area like this. Otherwise, I imagine most of you guys are doing them kind of where you can walk in and out of the bin or something. So it's not as big of a deal. But ours are outside in this. And yeah, I recommend if you're going to do meat birds, and I do recommend doing meat birds. It's fun, but we'll take you on the whole journey of ours while we're doing it. So if you're on the fence, you can see how we do it. This will be our third batch of doing them. So if you're going to do meat birds, and this goes for a lot of things, get everything set up before you do it. Because you don't want to be stressing, trying to make sure everything works, or last minute having to run out and go buy something. And for us, town's like 30-40 minutes away. So I made sure our heat lamps are working, made sure the heating pad's working, made sure I had extension cord out here because this is behind the house a good distance. Made sure I had my food already. Made sure everything's ready, bedding's in there, the door's set up so that they can't get out or get squished easily. Trying to make sure that we have zero loss, or as much little loss as possible. When they're baby chicks and they're coming through the mail, loss happens. It sucks. It's part of it. But it's, it's not bad. If you can do things to prepare for it, prep for it, you can help prevent some of it. So just want to say thanks again, guys, for watching this. If you made it to the end, give me a like, man. I do appreciate all you guys that watch these. And if you have any comments, questions, shoot them to me. I love talking to you guys. I'm going to leave my subscribe button up there. So if you're new and you want to follow us along, see how we're doing our meat birds, see all this process, it'll be right up there. I'm going to leave links to Living Traditions meat birds that they did last year, because that was a really cool series. I'm going to leave a link to Cog Hills on the water, because I didn't know about that. I wish I'd known about that last year when I had meat birds. That would have made the process a lot easier from what he said. We'll try it out. I'll tell you my honest opinion on it the first week after we have our birds. So again, thanks again. You guys are awesome. See you on the next video.